Hey Esther, I just want to say I really enjoyed the video that you did on acculturation stress for Latino and using CBT. I think this research proposal is very needed because the issues of the Latino culture um, usually go unnoticed. And it's because I feel like everyone focuses on other cultures, not saying that other cultures are more important. It always seemed like people focus on more cultures, other cultures other than the Latino. Um, and I've heard this coming from a lot of Latino and Latina friends that I have. They say that they feel like everyone focuses on the African American community or white community, and they were like, "There's nothing wrong with that," but I feel like we're not getting the help that we need, and we're not getting the recognition of our problems like we should. So I think your research proposal is very needed because acculturation stress is very hard for them, um, especially if they don't speak English very well. It can even be harder because the stereotypes and biases play into that towards them. I did a little bit digging into acculturation stress of Latinas and Latinos, and what I found is an article by Torres, 2010. He said the growth of the Latino population in the United States over the past several decades has resulted in a need to understand the factors that contribute to psychological difficulties. Clinical researchers have begun to examine the sociocultural processes associated with mental health as a way to mitigate disparities and to continue refining culturally appropriate treatment programs. Um, and he goes on to talk about how acculturation stress has become a huge problem for the Latino population because they don't know how to deal with it and there's not a lot of help for them. And he goes on to talk about how CBT does help, um, could potentially help people from that community. So I think it is a really good thing that you are diving into CBT and the acculturation stress because personally I feel like when it comes to like acculturation stress and stuff like that, there's not a lot of hope for that because from what I've experienced, a lot of people don't really believe that's a thing, and that's a problem as itself. Um, as Christian brothers and sisters in Christ, we need to come together as a community and love our neighbor as ourselves. This your research proposal kind of made me think of when I was reading the book of Mark. Mark 12:31 says, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than this." So we are commanded to love everyone as our neighbor, and this includes people in the Latina community. Even if we think they're different than us, it doesn't matter what we think. Love them like they're one of us. They are our brothers and our sisters, and they're good people, and they have a lot of psychological um, needs from certain things like acculturation stress, and we need to adapt treatment programs to be able to meet the needs of the Latino and Latina community because they are just like us. They are people and they need help just as much as anyone else. Again, thank you so much for your video. I really appreciated it.